I read the denials he made. Of course, if you read the denials, you will know he has accepted the allegation made. First of all, what was the allegation that was made? The allegation that was made was, first of all, when he was elected as chairman of our party, he went to one of the presidential aspirants, whom I did not name. He went to him and said, it looks like the governors are not willing to fund the party, and therefore there's a need for them to have money. I did not mention whom that presidential aspirant was. Luckily for me, he had then mentioned that he went to the presidential candidate, Elijah Abubakar, was there for them, where they discussed the issue of borrowing. Now the question now remains, after the primaries, what was the position of Atiku Abubakar? He had always dialogued or discussed with the governors on the fundings of the party, and the governors have always funded the party. Two, when you talk about borrowing, who approves borrowing? You must go to the National Working Committee to say you want to borrow money. I challenge him to bring the records of where National Working Committee approved that the party should go and borrow 1 billion naira. What will be the collateral? So he cannot deny the fact that he didn't go through commercial plane to Lagos, and then whoever he went to discover his boy did not go his own private. It's not correct. He collected 1 billion naira, and see, this is what they call the hallmark of leadership. Be sincere. How can you talk about 1 billion naira loan without the NWC mooting the idea, without the governors knowing? Then you talk about the 100 million naira he told BOT. It's not correct. If any governor gives you 100 million naira in order to contribute to rebuild one of the structures of the party as a democratic institute, let him show the minutes of the NWC where he said a governor has contributed 100 million naira. Let him show the account to reflect this 100 million naira. Let him also say whether that 100 million naira was Nigerian naira or in dollars. He said he gave it to the treasurer. I thought he would have told the world that he gave NWC was aware. Then he now said, oh, he told BOT, one of the governors. Who tells you that? Let him show all the account where this money was paid into. Two, I did also say that he did not tell NWC, and he collected 100 billion naira back from NWC for the same democratic institute. That was the allegation I made. And I thought he would have responded by saying, yes, I received 100 million naira, but I never went back to NWC to collect the same 100 million naira. Two, I told NWC that the governor brought 100 million, it will be recorded in the minutes of NWC. So coming out to do a general denial is not a denial. You must deny specifically these allegations that were made. Ask him the contracts are going on in this democratic institute and that of Wadata. Who is doing that contract? Is it not one of his sons? You don't just come and deceive Nigerians that, oh, it's not correct. I didn't collect 1 billion. I went to presidential candidate. As at the time you went to the president, was he a presidential candidate? Was he a presidential candidate? This 1 billion naira, which for long he didn't want to deny. So they only told you how you are going to respond to it. Unfortunately, there was no response. So let IU come out and tell us, tell the PDP people, tell the public that look, this matter was discussed in NWC. I can show you the minutes of NWC. That look, we needed money to fund this party. We don't have money. As at the time before you came to the party, who were those funding the party? So the issue of NWC, the issue of the presidential candidate just came up now. This thing happened before the presidential convention, after he was elected as chairman of the party. In leadership, you must always be firm and assertive. You may be right, you may be wrong. How could a man say, look, keep to your commitments? What are we talking about? The man made a commitment that if the presidential candidate emerges from my zone, I will resign. That is a commitment. And you are saying that people should keep to their commitment. Why not now tell the man, look, having made this commitment, keep to it. Then on the other leg, you come out to say, look, he should make a commitment that he will resign after the election. The first commitment he has made, he has not kept. And you are telling us to now say, I agree that, okay, this second commitment, he will abide to it. So it's leadership. I understand the problems. We have played our own role by saying we must continue to speak the truth. What is this so important thing that a man who has made a commitment cannot keep to it now? And you urge us as party members to say after the election, he will not keep to the commitment. That's even the worst of it. That's even, of course, I'm not surprised when you see people like Okosile Zewedo. You remember in 2011 that the PDP convention was to be scuttled. Who was the national chairman of the party that was used to scuttle the convention of the good luck Jonathan? So who appointed the board of trustees for this committee? National chairman. National chairman who was accused for something was also sitting down there while they were deliberating issues. So what do you expect? So you can imagine that we are not serious in anything that we are doing. I don't believe my candidate could make such statement. I don't know how those who are packaging the presidential candidate would allow him to make such a statement. Frankly speaking, I will not tell you lies. When that video was sent to me, I played it and played it and played it. I was really touched. And I said to myself, can this be correct? Can this be true?